Peggy 18.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Banner Saga 2 here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host Max. On today's episode we will continue the adventure with the Ravens. Now, we have a good morale but our supplies are extremely low. So I'm really hoping that with the 33 points of renown we are gonna be able to buy at least a week worth of food. So let's go ahead and do this. We have still 20 points of renown. This is actually a really good trinket, to be perfectly honest. The trinkets are definitely way better in the sequel compared to the first title. I mean, don't get me wrong, some of the previous ones were amazing, but this is truly, really good looking trinket. Unfortunately, I don't see any tent or something where we can check on our heroes. So let's take a look at the barn. The smell of hay and Yog's dung is heavy as you enter the stout wooden barn. Zephyr and Nicholas are talking in hushed tones to the guard captain, Gudmundur, who glances at the large cart nervously. "Everyone knows why we are here," she says. "I do not believe in coincidences, but I cannot begin to imagine what would draw an army of dredge to Bindal besides the contents of this cart." She moves her spear in intricate motions, occasionally shaking her head and starting over. Finally, she looks at you to open it. God damn! We were carrying Bellower this whole damn time? The sight of the Sunder Bellower's body in the cart silences everyone but you. You howl as the memory of a dream tears through your mind and drops you to a knee. A strange tower of white stone, lightning, fear, confusion, distrust. There is a wrongness about it all. "Bolverk, hey!" Volka's voice draws you from the dream and she's shaking you by the strap of your cloak. "Everyone is watching. Another dream?" she asks. Your eyes finally focus on her. Stare at her until she backs away. "I felt betrayed, hurt." A white stone tower, lightning. "What are you talking about?" Zephyr asks. Pulling away from the cart, her tone is full of concern. "I saw a tower, lightning, I don't know what I saw." The Volca pauses briefly before shrugging. "This is unexpected," Zephyr says. The Volca looks unaccustomed to surprises. Gundmer continues your task. Nicholas takes some fighters and opens the mine. Keep that path clear at all costs. As both men begin to leave, she points at the cart and shouts. Not a word of this. They nod on their way out. She turns to you and Volka. Zephyr, this cart, I'm not sure why they are attacking, but if the dredge recapture Bellower, Bolverk, he's dead. Who cares if they take him? Zephyr, he cannot die. His immortality is more than rumor. Dredge lives have no natural end, but they can be killed. All except the immortal Sunder Bellower. Volka, they live forever? Zephyr nods but looks lost in thought. How do you know all of this? The Sunder looks dead to me. What happens if the dredge recapture him? Zephyr, without doubt they would wake him. He would have an army already fielded, and his wrath would be unmatched. Your thoughts turn to the destruction at the Battle of Borgsgard. Zephyr, the storm to the south and dredge army to the north leave us with one way out, the mines. Volka, wait. Our way out is sit in a hole in the ground? Zephyr, the Volca have pathways there that will grant us escape, but with all of these people it will be difficult. Tell her to leave the people. Why should I trust anything you say? Ask what you can do to help. Now let's go with this. I'll put the Ravens to work. What did you have in mind? Says Bolverk. Both Zephyr and Volka look surprised by your response. The Volca recovers quickly. It will only take the dredge a couple of hours to fully prepare their assault. We need to move food and people to the mine. Zephyr, help load carts near the gates or warn the families in the houses of our immediate departure. Without waiting for a response, Zephyr hurries away. Volka, I've never known you to offer to help like that. I thought we would search the Great Hall for whatever we could find, but you might be too honest for that now. You give her a look that requests silence. Yeah, I thought if we should stick with the bad guy attitude throughout the whole thing. So now we have the Great Hall, we have the gate, and we have the houses. If we go to the Great Hall, you choose a few ravens of the half that are around to join you on your investigation of the Great Hall. The front door might be the easiest, Volka says, but we could lift someone onto the roof and he'd be in under an eave without trouble. Oh, let's go with this. You practically toss the man onto the snow-covered roof and he slips a few times before making it under an eave. Time passes without any sign from him, but one of the ravens warn you that a group is coming from the front. Let's go, you order. And all of you return to the raven spawns minus Mogan. A short time later, you're surprised by who approaches. Gudmundur and his guards march up with half a dozen bound ravens. Your birds were trying to take things from the Great Hall that don't belong to them, he says. You say nothing. You and your fighters could have really helped us today, says the guard captain, but you don't do anything without payment. In different times I have killed these pathetic thieves, but we need fighters for whatever's coming. He looks at you. We should all get to the mines. At the mine, Mogan rejoins you. Had to hide until everyone cleared out, he says. Hopefully this sets us straight for the whole cart issue, huh? He hands you something before entering the mine. Okay, we did get a trinket at least. Oh, so now I actually have gained the entire town? We have over 500 clansmen. The main shaft is cramped and more than once your broken horse knock against the rough ceiling of a timber. You follow Volka Zephyr at the head of the caravan. She is lighting one of many bracketed torches along the way when shouts from the mouth of the mine reach you. Dredge, the gates and the town did nothing to halt their advance. Gudmundur and his men will slow them, Zephyr says, but it may not be enough. They have orders to collapse the opening if they're overwhelmed. Will you keep them from being overwhelmed? Let's go with this. I definitely want to battle some dredge, that's for sure. And no price will cover the cost of us all dying in this mine shaft, she says. I'll head back there if you want, but if I die up there, she looks at you, the torches will burn out, the food will run out, and then the real horror will start. Let's go with this. Yes, we will, she says. We need to talk about many things. You turn and shout Ravens back to the top. Heading up the mine shaft is like swimming against a current. Frightened villagers push towards you and barely have room to get past the Yog's cart. Gudmundur, in his grim manner, looks pleased to see you. No real plan, he says. Just kill as many as you can. The ravens around you smile at his words and begin to chant. Okay, so I'm actually interested how this will work. Let's take you. I would actually love to have a ranged attacker. Now, theoretically, Oli can be promoted. It's gonna cost me, however, 7 points here. But I'll do it. And we need to equip some proper trinkets. For example, this seems to be a pretty damn decent trinket. We don't have now the points to be upgrading anyone. This seems to be the new trinket which was added to us. I think so. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have the levels to equip these. Let's seek some Varl too. They might be useful. I'm not really sure how Gudmundur works. Okay, so he is actually required in the party. So we have 3 Varl. We have our Volka or Volka, and we have the ranged axe thrower, and we have the captain. So let's see what happens. I'm quite sure that compared to battling the Horseborn, this will be a different experience. Oh, god darn. So this is that weird thing which is basically like making the ground to do that weird thing, which sucks. Also, they have these two which might give or repair the stats on the enemy, or can potentially call in reinforcements. Either way, not really happy about that. What I know is that we will need to create some gaps in the lines, because he basically attacks like 2 lines and multiple tiles forward. So we're gonna have to somehow make sure that we dodge its attacks. I really don't want to push forward too much. What the heck was that? Okay, let's move you forward. And let's start dealing some damage. Really nice. We're gonna have to do something regarding him. And these two, yeah, they immediately start to screw around. Wait, what does the champion ability do? Okay. So nobody is currently adjacent, so let's just reduce half of the strength. Ah, okay, so whenever we now attack, probably, we're gonna take some damage. Can you use this? No. If we move you here. Okay, so because we disrupted the ability, now we won't take damage while attacking them. He's throwing the explosive rocks, so we're gonna have to move the Varl away, or this is not gonna be good. Let's reduce the armor. Hopefully we're gonna be able to get our first kill here. Because we have so many Vorl, I'm not actually that afraid about not being able to take the damage. Let's see if we can interrupt this dude. That seemed to have worked. I need to move her around the battlefield. Wow, what the heck was that? He's gonna throw the axe. It's like the only ranged axe combatant I have seen ever. Let's reduce the strength. Let's keep attacking the enemy. Hermer is taking some damage here, which is unfortunate. Now we at least have the shield wall. The stones should explode, but they will not hurt anyone here. At least I hope so. Really? You're like almost surrounded by the enemy and you're doing this weird thing. What a weirdo. Which leaves him as the last dredge. Okay, Krumer is taking some serious punishment here. Can you use your ability? Yes, you can. Damn it! Let's reduce the armor. Let's move this big guy here. Okay, so it looks like they're getting more support here. Ooh, that's a lot of big guys. Yeah, so unfortunately Krumer was injured. Which now raises the question if we are dealing with these dredge too. Fall back, Gottmunder repeats. The opening is ready to come down. As everyone sprints into the mine, the guard captain tosses you a heavy hammer and points at a timber. You deserve the honor, he says. You turn and look at the gray sky, the snow bindle, and the dredge walking towards you. With a hefty swing, the timber snaps and rocks begin to fall. You drop the hammer and race down the shaft towards the light of the torches. Ahead, the path comes to a dead end against a smooth surface of a large flat rock. We should camp, Zephyr says. It may be the last decent sleep these people get for days. I'll need Nichols to assist me in opening the path beyond, but first, you and I should talk. We have the rations, so unfortunately Krumer got injured. 3 days? Really? Oh, okay. That's bad. We want to hold on to the renown and the days of supplies for now. Might take a look at the training if there is another possibility for me to learn something new. Here for another pissing match, Hoffy, your quartermaster asks. You are... Or are you begging me to show you how to really carve up some foes? What can you show me? Lots of neat little death tricks, Hoffy says, looking into the large tent. Try to keep up. You're a berserk, and you're all impressed, Hoffy says before spitting. But if you lose it, out there in a fight and start killing your own, well, then you're just a pain in the ass. So let's start with you and the Shield Maiden. You consider what he's saying. You feel up to the challenge? I'm ready! And then start swinging. Off he barks. So actually, in the end of the first Banner Saga, we did run into an issue where Bolverk just lost control. Use Bolverk's Frenzy to kill 2 enemies with 1 attack. Use a champion to protect an ally from an attack. And how the heck am I supposed to do this? Volka's champion ability allows her to protect all adjacent allies for a full round. For maximum effect, keep as many allies adjacent to Volka as possible. When any adjacent ally is attacked, champion will protect them. Okay, I unfortunately cannot switch around the party members. And I don't see the frenzy, or whatever it's supposed to be. So let's see if we can... What the heck was that? That was not exactly what I was hoping to see here. If we lose Bolverk, then I have to redo this whole damn thing again. Really nice. Let's see if we can use his ability to insult. Okay, and if we move here, should be able to use the champion. So whoever turn it will be, we should be able to deflect the attack. What did he say? Why did that bubble like show? Frenzy gives you 2 attacks for 1. Make sure your first attack kills an enemy and then another adjacent enemy can be killed. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit difficult. Let's just keep on insulting the enemy. Yeah, you are kind of losing way too many stats here. Okay. Somehow needs to get 2 enemies until they are almost at the death so that we can finish them off with Bolverk. But with 3 points of strength, that's gonna be more difficult than I might think here. Yeah, I'm like looking for the opportunity, but I just don't see any viable targets. I might have to redo this damn thing. If I can get to these two, that would be a different situation. Eight points of strength is still too much. Okay, let's start dealing some damage here. Really don't want to kill these two, but I'm gonna have to. Thank you. Let's reduce the armor on this ball. Let's go and then assault another one. If Bolverk will have his turn, he can theoretically kill this one. I'm not sure if he will be able to kill that one too. Okay. That was bad. This is a large party of Varl. Yeah, I was kind of afraid of this. Yeah, I'm gonna try again. I definitely want to see the frenzy have an effect. Plus, also because I failed 0 points of renown. So let's try this one more time. Might be useful. I really wish I can, like, move around the party. Frenzy gives you 2 attacks for 1. Make sure your first attack kills an enemy, and that another adjacent enemy can be killed with a single shot as well. So we're gonna have to somehow surround Bolverk or get him in between some units that we can then kill with his single attack, if I understand this correctly. I'm gonna actually try to retreat here in order to create a better opening for Bolverk to do what I want him to do. The archer might be annoying, but it's what we gotta do for now. Yeah, you see, if I would go over here, I can attack these two, but it's just, not really sure if that's gonna do what I'm hoping for it to do. We're gonna need to move her towards him so that she can use the champion ability so that he won't take too much damage here. Theoretically now, if we reduce somehow the armor on the 2 Varl, it's just exactly what might be able to happen here. Let's try to reduce his armor as low as we can. I really realized that I should not be standing behind Bolverk because sometimes his swings even hit the enemy back or your ally behind. try to chip away some of this armor. Yeah, you see? He got injured. Let's try to use the champion ability here. Yeah, I don't really want to kill him. Let's just reduce the armor completely. The reason behind this is that I want to actually make sure that we get the second achievement, and so that we get some renown points here. Okay, that did not do what I was hoping for it to do. Really should move you away so that you won't take more damage here. Oh man. Okay, I don't think it will, however, kill the other Varl. And you managed to hit the ally. Seriously, come on, man. We're so freaking close. This frenzy is really annoying. At least no actual injuries will be a consequence of this thing. How can you actually one-shot kill an archer, but on anyone else it doesn't do what I'm hoping for it to do? I'm gonna have to move Bolverks somehow forward and hope that he can... do some more damage. Let's see if this will do something. Because I feel like it's not doing anything. Not really sure on who all we will have to reduce the stats in order for Bolverk to be able to do his damn thing. But it's starting to be annoying even for me. Especially if I don't plan on using this ability somewhat too much. Surprise me. Why do you keep attacking Valka and not this dumbass right over here? Bolverk is taking way too much damage here. Beautiful deflect. Please kill this dumbass and then kill this dumbass. Or let's try and attacking this guy. And then attack the one behind. Oh, thank you. Man, this was annoying as hell. But 14 points of renown is definitely a good boost. Especially for promoting any of our party members. Theoretically, I can at least deal with one of them. How much for a promotion? 13. How much for a promotion? 13. Okay. Bear Rage. The Berserk whips himself into a fury, terrifying nearby enemies and sending them fleeing in disarray. Affected enemies are so shaken they suffer a penalty to their defense for 1 turn. The Berserker also counter-attacks any blows from the enemies brave enough to strike at him. So let's promote our bear here. We're gonna ramp up his shield breaking capabilities. He can be promoted again, but I do wanna keep some of the renown points. Because sure, I can go and upgrade Folka, but then we are with 0 points of renown. I have 0 idea what we are gonna be facing here in the tunnels, and I'm gonna also need some of those points in order to fetch some more provisions later on. So let's see what Zephyr wants to tell us. A few small fires provide a sense of calm for the caravan. Though the villagers keep well away from the ravens, there is enough light to see you are no longer in a man-made mine, but a natural cave of sorts. Bolverk, what are we doing down here? Zephyr, staying alive and keeping Bellower from the dredge. I thought that was obvious. Bolverk, but we keep heading down like we're hunting dwarves. The Volca gives you a ghost of a smile. Zephyr, until today, no one but a few of the council knew about these tunnels, not even Menders. We didn't create them, but we have used them a great deal over the years to travel far distances quickly. Zephyr becomes quiet, awaiting a question. Where do they lead, so where are we headed? That's a good question. Zephyr, where would you go, knowing you possess the sleeping body of the immortal Sunder General? Dropping it in the Blue River still sounds good. Don't answer my question with a question. You want us to drag him to bloody Manhar, don't you? Manhar is the safest place to secure Bellower's body. Whatever drew the dredge army towards us in Bindal, the council can find a way to stop it. Bulwark. And what about my ravens? So far helping Volca pays less than a bloodshed coin. Zephyr, and that is why I'm talking to you alone now. The corridor will lead us to the Manhar in a week's time. See us there safely, and I give you a genuine Volca oath. You will be rewarded well enough to never need work again. You look around at the cave walls and back away you came. Bulwark, we'll go to the Manhar. We were heading there after the Blue River anyway. Let's rest up for one day, get a great morale going, and let's head out. What's going on here? You hear Folka as a group of ravens. They're standing around a whimpering man on his knees. He kept whining about being hungry. One of your fighters says, we found these little glowing berries for him, but suddenly he's not so hungry. The others chuckle. Let Folka handle this. Knock the berries out of his hands. Make your fighters eat them. Force the man to eat them. Let's go with this. Cut it out, you growl. Next time I'll make you eat whatever it is. You yank the man to his feet and he runs off to join his people. You give no thought to his glowing footprints as he stomps through the berries. And I'm afraid we're gonna run into all sorts of creepy crawlies down here. Hello, says Ditch. A man's sudden appearance makes you tense. I didn't mean to sneak up on you. It's something I do. I mean something I've learned to do. Something that will get you killed if you do it to me again, says Bolverk. Ditch. Okay, yes, understood, but it does have its uses. Just allow me to fight alongside you in a fight. You won't regret it. You scoff and turn away from the man only to see Gunmunder approach. I see you met Ditch, strange fellow to have next to you in a fight, but he finds his way through enemy defenses. Then you fight next to him. People near me tend to get hurt, but his injuries won't be an accident. We might have a stealth person who might be able to sneak around the enemy front lines and get to, like, for example, the ranged attackers who are more squishy. A scout rushes back to the caravan. There's gold down here. You feel the surge of excitement like everyone else. A vein as thick as my leg just around. The man looks left and right confused. Damn it, I'm all turned around. Idiot, you're on York's duty. Send out a search party. Gold does us no good right now anyway. Let's go with this. Maybe not for you, a scrawny man says. Not all of us got your reputation though. Take coin for certain things in town. Others agree even as you move the caravan along. Later, others report some people missing. A lot of good the gold will do to them down here, you say. Though torches light the craggy black rocks and puddles of the path underfoot, they do little to keep everyone together. Sharp turns around boulders quickly block lines of sight. We've lost a few families, Zephyr informs you. We need to stop and find them. Okay, let's not go with the first one. I'm leaning towards the second one, but it might not work in the cave system due to the echo. Let's go with this. I appreciate the help, she says, and splits everyone into search groups. As you search, you realize it's just as hard to track time down here as it is with the sun that never moves. Sometime later, you think you heard voices to the left. Let's call out. Using a softer voice as usual, you call out, "You there?" A moment later, you hear a response. "Oh, there?" The voice sounds like yours, but different. Sure, let's go and try to follow them. As you move away from the main path, you leave someone with a torch standing every so often. This route proves useless as it seems you must have heard something but an echo. You follow the line of torches back to the path. Let's keep searching a bit longer. A bit further down, you find the source of the sound. A mother is holding her children tucked away in the recesses of a rock formation. She whimpers as you approach and Folka says, "Better let me handle this." Moments later, you all head back to meet with Zephyr. Surprisingly, all the missing clansmen were found. Okay, they were able to forage food in the mines? What? Water barrels are running low. Holfi, your quartermaster, reports, and I'll be damned if I start licking these slimy rocks for a drink. The shield maiden looks at you. If these people start getting desperate for water down here, you cut her off. I know, you say. Send out some scouts. We'll camp here until they return. Some of your ravens and other members of the caravan group up and grab torches, rope, and water skins before heading off in different directions. Better catch some rest while you can, Folka says. Nothing to do until they get back anyway. Laying down, you focus on the sound of a small rip somewhere in the cave. It grows louder, like the beat of a drum, like thousands of feet marching behind you. You turn and everyone stops. You see the glowing eyes of your army looking at you in your admiration. 100 members break formation to dig holes in the cavern floor and place stone bowls in the depressions. The bowls quickly fill with the water, and the first is offered to you. You slake your thirst before seeing your red-armored reflection in the bowl. You wake up with a shout and Folka joins you. What was this time? She asks, concerned. I dreamt I was thunder. I led an army of dredge through here. They respected, no, they liked me. The shield maiden has no response. Some of the scouts return with some water, others simply don't return. There's some bridge. A rope bridge with wooden plank crosses an open span in the cavern formation. Looks old, Folka says. Narrow and not meant for carts. This is actually a good idea. Let's do one cart at a time. She gets to the bridge, leading Bellower's cart across herself. The ropes stretch and groan, and boards bow underfoot, but the cart makes it to the other side. Cart after cart makes the crossing. People go in groups of 5 or 6, and eventually everyone crosses. We might be coming on to something. Are you telling me there's gonna be a godstone in the mine? Waiting for some narration to kick in.
I've slept in caves like this for entire winters. But there's something about this place. Something old. Unfamiliar. I don't like it. But I don't like all these humans on the verge of panic either. Maybe these dwellings up ahead will calm them down.
It looks like a godstone. A strange looking godstone. Zephyr looks at the giant-shaped formation glittering with strange glowing patterns. The Vulcan know almost nothing about this ancient race culture, let alone their god Vesnan. The name alone might be wrong, but we have a framework of letters based on repeated patterns found around here. She wanders around the glowing pools of the godstone. If we are correct, Vesnan was not their only god, but he became one of their most powerful at the cost of everything dear to him. She looks at you. Of course, if what you hold dear is something like control, maybe there is power in letting go. Gems of various sizes and shapes are found embedded in the surrounding stones. The clansmen are soon hammering away in the attempt to pry a particularly large gem loose. The ringing of hammers echoes through the deep. Stop, you're making too much noise. Some look angry, but the fear of the unknown down here is enough to keep them from saying anything. They all move away, though a few look back, longing for the stone. And I feel like maybe this is enough for this episode. We have obviously the option to talk with a lot of people, to rest up, to see what happens in the pools, but yeah, I'm gonna keep that for the next episode. So if you did enjoy this one, please consider giving it a like. It helps a lot. And also, if you like what I do here, please consider subscribing to the channel. I publish content on a weekly basis, from playthroughs to discussions to tips and tricks and early in-game reviews, so go check out the channel. Link will be in the description too. Thank you for watching, have a pleasant rest of the day, and I will see you at the next one, or in the comment section. Bye bye!